What's up, guys, and welcome to my review for Love Lies Bleeding. This is the new action suspense romance film starring Kristen Stewart and Katy O'Brien, who's a hitchhiker. She falls in love with Kristen Stewart. She goes to the gym she's working at. She starts working out. Kristen Stewart gets an eye for her. After the doors are locked, she takes her inside after a little altercation outside, and she says, "Hey, I got some steroids. You want some steroids?" One thing leads to another. An exotic relationship begins to turn into chaos, which turns into murder, which turns into really crazy things. I think this movie is great, but I'm not going to say I loved it because of something that happens. First, I'll say the chemistry between Kristen Stewart and Katy O'Brien is incredible. You could tell and you can feel that connection. So that was palpable. Their chemistry was really terrific. And once the story starts to unravel itself, which really this is ultimately the tale of, you know, getting involved with the wrong people. And once you get involved with the wrong people, just how screwed are you? And what's going to happen to you? And what are the consequences of that? Without spoiling anything, I think that the screenplay here is phenomenal. The twists and turns in this story and the way that certain characters come in and the side characters. I loved the use of the characters in this film. I love the script. And I think the movie has great characters. Ed Harris plays the big bad guy of the film, and he's really twisted, but he's one of those guys that has people working for him. He's got cops working for him. There's dirty cops that he's paying off to cover up what he's done. I mean, it's really twisted stuff. And once Katy O'Brien gets into some trouble, Kristen Stewart gets into some trouble, everybody gets into some trouble, that it just leads to chaos. But in the best way, I think that it was just riveting and extremely entertaining. Now, there's a couple moments in the film when I mentioned steroids before. If you've seen the film, what eventually happens and where that all amounts to at the end of this movie? There is something that happens so every time she pops steroids, you know, it almost looks like her veins and her bones start to morph and become bigger before our eyes. So it sort of over stylizes the effects of steroids. The final steroid usage of this film, um, I I'm still a little shocked from what I witnessed in this movie. I mean, it went from realistic and raw and gritty to laughable and ridiculous, nut bar factor 6, just totally off the wall bonkers. It's a visual gag that I think just fell flat on its face. By the time the movie ends, I'm like, wow, this is a crazy film. That was a crazy film. This is a adrenaline fueled movie. The pace of it is excellent. The acting is excellent. You know, everything about the screenplay, the characters, the story, excellent. The chemistry, all of it. But it's some of the visual things that have to do with the steroids and where that ultimately goes. With the visual stuff that they were doing with the steroid usage, I was like, okay, this is like I'm loving the film, but that stuff's like taking it down for me. So I had it like a 4.5. After that visual gag at the end of the film, I've taken it down to a 4 out of 5. So my rating for Love Lies Bleeding is 4 out of 5 stars. I really think this is a great movie, but I don't know if I could say I loved it due to what I witnessed there. So that's where I'll leave that. So guys, comment down below. Did you see this movie? What did you think about what I'm mentioning? I mean, if you've seen the film, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, what are your thoughts on all that? Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Check out reviews we got up on this channel now. We got reviews for Arcadian, Challengers, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 and 3, and we've got upcoming reviews for the 25th anniversary of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Abigail, the Ungentlemanly Warfare of the Ministry, or whatever the title is, and a bunch of other stuff along the way coming soon. So guys, you can follow me on Twitter and or X at RyanKing72 and Instagram and TikTok at KingArises131. Thank you so much for watching my review for Love Lies Bleeding. And until next time, over and out.